yourself, no matter what kind of stuff is going on in your life, underneath it all, everything's actually alright. You're okay. You have more power than you might be giving yourself credit for. If you have something that's going on in your life right now that's challenging, painful, it's just a reminder to take a little bit better care of yourself. Because you're worth it. You can have this feeling anytime you choose.
Yo, Kpaceguy here. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And what you're looking at is the Audio-Technica AT-LP60 USB vinyl record player. Now, I got this for cheap. It's on sale at Walmart for about $79. I believe it retails originally for $149. It's a basic vinyl record player. You're not going to get a lot of things with this. But I will say that it's better than most budget record players. There are a slew of them that you want to avoid. If you want to know what those are, I can let you guys know down in the comments below. But Audio-Technica is known for really good sound, really good products, like their headphones, for example. They are known for being flat sounded. They're not overemphasizing any frequencies like the bass or the mid-range or the treble. They're usually pretty flat sounding. They're really good for studios and things like that. So the Audio-Technica name is no stranger if you're familiar with any kind of audio products. So I'm actually really happy to have my hands on this. Now, this is my first ever record player of any type. So I'm not really an enthusiast. I don't have a crazy love or passion for records. But I thought it'd be a really cool hobby to get into. I won't be listening to this very heavily. You know, every now and then I might throw a record on. So I didn't want to go out and get something that was super high tech or really, really expensive. But I found myself okay with getting this from Audio-Technica. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you a few things about it. There are a few different versions of this certain record player here. Again, this is the LP60 USB. So meaning there's a USB and analog output. So you can connect this straight to a computer or a phono input of a receiver or a 2-channel stereo amp. You can also get a version, I believe it's a 120, which has a lot of things that this one doesn't have. So let's talk about what this one does have. So again, it has a USB output, so it connects directly to your computer or anything like that that uses USB. It has a switchable built-in preamplifier with line-level RCA output cables, which is how you're going to be able to connect to a phono input of some kind of amplifier that you have. It's Mac and PC compatible, so you can use it with different software to digitize your LPs. It's fully automatic stop and start with 2 speeds, 33 1/3 and 45 RPMs. Being a more of a budget record player, it still has a professional aluminum platter. It has included cables to connect to powered speakers or your stereo. So if you have powered speakers, studio monitors, even desktop speakers that accept RCA inputs, you can connect your record player straight to that. There is another version of this record player for Bluetooth, so you can Bluetooth your sound that way. Now, all of us know in the audio world that as of now, Bluetooth is a little bit less in audio quality than directly connecting it to your system. It still sounds pretty good, but of course, if you want the highest fidelity audio, you're going to want to connect it directly to your system. It has integrated dual magnetic phono cartridge with replaceable stylus, and it's really light. So if you're going to be moving this around either in your home or around to other people's homes or things like that on the go, it's really light. So you don't have to worry about straining your back, your wrist. You don't have to worry about anything like that. Super light. One thing that I do want to say though, that's probably going to be a deal breaker to some, if not most, is there's no anti-skating. And if you're not sure what anti-skating means, if you can kind of see here on the box, that's the needle there. And let's say this is a record and I place my needle on the record. Anti-skating keeps that needle in place. It doesn't slide across the record, but basically an easy way to describe it without getting too technical. It keeps that needle weighted just perfectly on the record, and it plays evenly. It doesn't skate, it doesn't speed up. It just runs at a smooth rate, and that needle doesn't start skating off towards the left or maybe towards the center of the record. So it doesn't have anti-skating, but I heard it does pretty good without it, although most people that's a necessity. Besides the record player itself, again, you're greeted with a few goodies that we'll go ahead and crack open. At the bottom, in the first bag that you're going to be greeted with, you're given those cables that we were referring to. So here's just 2 RCA left and rights to a 3.5mm headphone jack that you'll use. If you're going to be hooking this up to a computer, you are equipped with a USB cable here, and then this end goes into the record player itself. And here's that other end of the cable that went to this. You'll plug in some RCAs to this end right here, connect the other end of the RCAs to this cord, and of course, your 3.5mm jack goes there. In the next bag, you're greeted with this here, which looks like a foot maybe, but I'm not 100% sure. Probably goes in the middle of the record. We'll have to see. A couple Audio-Technica advertisements here. Got some headphones. Of course, again, I told you they're pretty known for their headphones more than anything, as far as I know. So they're advertising some in-ear headphones here. Seem to be wired. Of course, we're all going to CD-ROMs for your manuals now, but of course they still added one here in the bag. So you have a manual here. About 15 pages, probably just going through how to connect it, what all the features do, things like that. And then back here, you're greeted with a software guide. So if you're going to be connecting it to your computer, it shows you how to do that. Now you can see how old this is. It's still running like Windows 7. So that's pretty funny. Now for the record player itself, we'll just put that foam down. Now this is tied by a tie in the back, so give me a moment to untie it. Alright. So connected already to the record player is those RCAs that go here. So that's how that works. You'll use your own set of RCAs connected to your amplifier that you have, and then of course there's the power. Let's go ahead and unwrap this guy. There's just a tad bit of assembly that you have to do when you open your LP60. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys here on the camera. So you have here your drive belt on your drive platter here, your turntable platter. You'll place that here. If I can get that right there in the center. And then you have two ribbons here that you wanna hold both ends for a very good reason. Get that tape off of there really quickly. So these ribbons are holding on to the drive belt, which needs to go on to the small metal pole in the back here. Got it. And once you got it on, you can take your ribbon off. Here's the turntable mat for the Audio-Technica LP60. You're just gonna place that right there on top. That's all that is required of you to set up your LP60. You do have the option of taking off the dust cover, which I'm not going to personally. I don't know if you can see it here because it's a glass or plastic piece, so you can remove that or you can keep it on. Personally, I'm going to keep it on. It's made to protect the record that's inside of it at the time, so I'm going to do that for sure. Now I'm going to show you guys where I'm going to have it hooked up at. So this is where I'm going to have it housed at, right here next to my AV receiver, where it would be plugged into, and then there's my Monolith 7 right there. So it's going to be really difficult to find some music to demo on this for you guys because everything is copyright. So I'll try to find some songs on records that are actually okay to play on YouTube and give you guys a good sound demo. And of course, I'll let you guys know what I think about it and how it sounds compared to more expensive or less expensive record players. Tell you guys if I think you should get it or not, and let you guys know about that anti-skating issue of it not being a feature on this record player. So if you guys found this video informative, if you found it fun and enjoyable, leave a like, leave a comment, and definitely subscribe for more. Your subscription, guys, I really appreciate all those that subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Kpaceguy out.